Clint Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, grew up during the Great Depression. His family frequently moved across the state in search of work, instilling in him a sense of self-reliance and resilience. Eastwood was naturally introspective, often observing rather than participating, a trait that would later shape his signature stoic screen presence. Music, particularly jazz and piano, played a formative role in his early life, cultivating an appreciation for rhythm, mood, and subtlety. These qualities would later influence his film style. His childhood experiences of uncertainty and observation nurtured both patience and careful judgment, essential to his later career in Hollywood. Early work and Hollywood beginnings. After high school, Eastwood worked a variety of labor-intensive jobs, including lifeguard, lumberjack, and gas station attendant, experiences that grounded him in the realities of working-class life. These roles also reinforced his respect for perseverance and practical skill. Following his discharge from the U.S. Army, he explored acting in Hollywood. Though his initial attempts were met with rejection, Universal Pictures signed him in the mid-1950s, but small roles failed to impress studio executives, who criticized his looks, voice, and perceived lack of charisma. Far from discouraging him, these setbacks strengthened his resolve to refine his craft, patiently pursuing opportunities that allowed him to grow on his own terms. Breakthrough in television. Eastwood's breakthrough came in 1959 with the television series Rawhide, where he portrayed Rowdy Yates. Over 8 seasons, the role provided steady work, exposure, and financial stability. Yet Eastwood found the creative constraints limiting. He longed for roles that allowed more complexity and nuance. Recognizing the opportunity to take risks, he left American television to explore Italian cinema. This decision would profoundly shape his career. Eastwood embraced small but pivotal roles in Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, including A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. These films would redefine the Western genre and establish Eastwood's iconic man with no name persona. The Man with No Name and international stardom. The Dollars trilogy introduced audiences to Eastwood's signature anti-hero. Laconic, morally ambiguous, and deeply compelling. His performances relied on minimal dialogue, piercing gaze, and subtle gestures, conveying character depth through restraint rather than flamboyance. These films propelled him to international stardom and transformed the Western genre, influencing filmmakers for decades. Eastwood's rise also gave him unprecedented control over his career. He could select projects that reflected his artistic vision rather than studio mandates. Returning to Hollywood, he leveraged this influence to take on varied roles, exploring themes of morality, justice, and human complexity, establishing himself as both a commercial and creative force in American cinema. Iconic roles and cultural impact. In the late 1960s and 1970s, Eastwood became synonymous with tough, morally resolute characters. His portrayal of Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry sparked both admiration and controversy, seen by some as a reflection of societal frustration with crime, by others as authoritarian. Eastwood resisted simplistic interpretations, insisting his characters embodied moral complexity rather than ideology. His versatility extended to romantic dramas, comedies, thrillers, and action films, with titles such as Play Misty for Me, High Plains Drifter, and Escape from Alcatraz showcasing his range. These experiences solidified Eastwood's understanding of performance, storytelling, and cinematic craft, preparing him for a transition from actor to director. Directorial philosophy and style. As a director, Eastwood developed a style defined by simplicity, restraint, and deep respect for actors. He favors natural lighting, minimal takes, and storytelling that allows performances to unfold organically. His films frequently explore themes of aging, regret, redemption, and moral consequence. These subjects are treated with nuance, eschewing melodrama. Unforgiven, 1992, marked a pinnacle in his directorial career, dismantling Western myths and earning Academy Awards for Best Director and Best Picture. This achievement cemented Eastwood's reputation as one of the most significant filmmakers of his generation. His subsequent works, including Mystic River, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, and American Sniper, continued to reflect his mastery of understated, emotionally resonant cinema. Recognition and international respect. Eastwood's influence extends far beyond American audiences. He has been honored with 3 César Awards, one of Europe's most prestigious film distinctions, demonstrating international recognition for his craft. In the United States, the American Film Institute awarded him its Life Achievement Award, honoring artists who shape culture through enduring contributions. Eastwood's recognition reflects both artistic innovation and his willingness to challenge conventional filmmaking norms. His career embodies a balance between commercial success and artistic integrity. Across decades, Eastwood has navigated Hollywood on his own terms, prioritizing curiosity, experimentation, and honesty over conformity or accolades, crafting a legacy that inspires both audiences and emerging filmmakers. Critique of Hollywood trends. Eastwood has long been an observer of Hollywood culture, noting a shift from curiosity-driven creativity to an environment dominated by certainty and ideological rigidity. He contrasts his own approach with that of Rob Reiner, noting that the latter represents a class of Hollywood figures who equate moral conviction with moral superiority. Eastwood sees this as detrimental to artistic collaboration. He emphasizes asking questions rather than winning arguments, believing creative friction and respectful disagreement were once vital to the industry. In Eastwood's view, contemporary Hollywood often rewards volume over insight, fostering an environment in which younger filmmakers feel pressured to align with prevailing opinions. Perspective on creative freedom. Eastwood's critique is philosophical rather than personal. He stresses that his concern lies not with individuals, but with systemic trends in the entertainment industry. To him, moral certainty limits storytelling, closing off the nuanced exploration of human experience. He does not claim to be silenced, acknowledging that he has had his say. Rather, he reflects on the importance of legacy and creative freedom, emphasizing that the best art emerges from honesty and risk-taking. His comments serve as a warning to emerging artists. Fear of disagreement or outrage should never replace curiosity or the pursuit of truth in storytelling. Legacy over controversy. At 95, Eastwood remains focused on legacy rather than grievance. Awards and box office numbers are secondary to the freedom to tell stories honestly and meaningfully. He prefers works that challenge audiences over those that confirm their moral or ideological preconceptions. Eastwood's reflections on Hollywood's evolution underline his belief that the industry has shifted from valuing curiosity to demanding conformity. He laments the loss of a time when disagreement could coexist with mutual respect and outsiders could thrive. For Eastwood, preserving artistic integrity and maintaining a culture of exploration matters far more than any personal dispute or public controversy. Enduring influence and reflection. Clint Eastwood's career exemplifies resilience, creative integrity, and the power of subtlety in art. From his humble beginnings in Depression-era California to his international acclaim, he has continually navigated Hollywood on his own terms. Eastwood's critique of contemporary trends, including his observations about Rob Reiner and ideological rigidity, reflects a broader concern about the erosion of creative friction. His message to artists is timeless. Curiosity, honesty, and the courage to ask questions must guide storytelling. Ultimately, Eastwood's enduring influence lies in his commitment to truth, restraint, and exploration, ensuring that his legacy is defined by artistry rather than conformity.